Welcome to another video on my monorail built with fischertechnik with a carriage which is propelled by two motors and has a ground rail, a mass rail or power rail, and controlled by a row interface, ultimately by a BeagleBoard Classic running Linux, and programmed the whole thing in Python. Last time I continued with the verification of some power, or more appropriately how the power is being transferred from the rails to the carriage, and then I found that it didn't matter if the rails are complete or not. This track part is completely removed. This is the removed part, and it turns out that, and I was surprised about that, whenever I touch the rail, somehow, like pushing or pulling, the speed can be varied, and that should not be the case. So I'm wondering, now that I am doing it again, will it work again? So let me start the software again. It would be very nice if we did something. And so far the only thing I see is that it's a blinking LED, which you can't see right now, but it is right here. This is indicating that there is communication between the BeagleBoard and the robo interface, but as yet there is nothing going on. And here this lamp is burning, then this one is burning, or is it? Now it is. And this lamp is not burning either. Now it is, but I have to take care, I have to keep in mind that it is about this track right now. So with that stuff, now I certainly see that the propeller is working. So let's get the camera stable a little bit. Alright, let's hope it stays this way. And alright, a little bit horizontal. So I push. And I'm doing nothing else but pushing. That means also that this rod, which is the ground rod, will also be held responsible. And now you see what is happening. Let me push it a little bit there. For some reason and now the rod is completely next to the ground rail, but that causes too much friction, so it won't do anything. And there it ends for some reason. Why does it end? Come on, why the... Ah. Anyway, this is very remarkable. I don't know why this happens. So, view from the webcam, and let me once again show whatever happens. So, I draw it back, and all I do is this. Let me get the lighting better, hopefully. So as a side view you see what is happening, and let me also try to do it from this way. No, I'm blocking the camera that way. I shouldn't do that. And now the way this rod is now, it is standing perpendicular to this ground rod. However, when I push it, it is making the surface, the contact smaller, so the contact area. So basically it makes no sense. And now it is full length again, but there's too much friction, so it's not going anywhere. And then it all stops for some reason. So with reduced contact area, the propeller, the motors go faster. Not really logical if you ask me. Question: does this continue on the rest of the track? So with that interesting question, let me just add the next track again, and see whatever happens if I do this. No, that's not working. It's just that I squeeze it. I squeeze the tracks together a bit. Not even a lot, just a little bit. Oh, and then I see something very interesting. And when I do this, I see sparks going between the power rod and the between the ground rod and the ground rail. And I have no idea how to capture that on camera. Now this is very interesting. And just squeezing makes the propellers go very, very fast. On the other hand, there's no movement of the carriage. how can I capture those sparks? That would be a very interesting thing to show. Maybe, just maybe, when I hold the other camera in my hand. That would be a nice one. Anyway, yeah, let's do just that. See if I can capture those sparks. Alright, so now I'm holding the camera in my hand, so it may not be very stable, and I'm once again squeezing the rails, and now maybe, just maybe, if you look at the ground rod in contact with the ground rail, you may see very tiny sparks when I squeeze the rails. They are not always there, but they are at times quite bright. And the question is, of course, is this good or isn't this good? I really actually do not know if this is good. Another thing I don't know is why this is happening. Oops, don't obstruct the propeller. And whether or not this may cause any obstruction, but it's not riding any further. Oh, and another thing I just now notice, given the way that the LED is burning right now, like this, shows that there is no contact anymore with the BeagleBoard. So I have to restore some connection, unfortunately. Yeah, so I'm putting the camera down again and see whatever I can do. But anyway, this was a nice observation, the sparking, but still no explanation at all on why the carriage then does not move. Remains a big question. So with the webcam positioned on a lower lower height, let's see how this works. The software works anyway. I had to just stop it using Ctrl C and then start it again. So why it interrupts, I have no idea. Then let's figure out how this works, if this works. What happens now? Nothing or nothing. Let's see how this works. And indeed, ouch. So the carriage now very slowly moves towards my hand.
although there is a little bottleneck, I think. Alright, let me help it a bit over the gap to the other rod. And it still doesn't explain why the speed increases when I squeeze the rod. So I'm fluctuating the squeeze. Let me see if I can do it here better. No. So I'll stop squeezing it. Why does it go faster when I squeeze? Like I said, right now in this condition the contact surface of the rod to the alright, let me raise the camera a bit. The contact surface between the rod, this one, and the rail is now optimal. Now I am reducing contact and speed goes up. Does this make sense? Not to me. Now when I squeeze here, same thing happens. And let me get a light because you're watching in the dark partly. Like, is this showing any light on the propeller? Barely. No, you can barely see it, unfortunately. Or can you see it when it stands still? Alright, and when it's close up, yeah, you can see it move. So let me squeeze it right now. And also now I squeeze and it goes faster. Well, the propeller goes faster. I have no idea, to be honest. Now I'm doing nothing and it goes faster and stops. How is there any logic in here? There must be something I'm overlooking. Question is, what? I have no idea.
So, with the carriage closer to the end of the track, the point is that it again has lost well, the controller has lost contact with the BeagleBoard. So let me try to re-establish. And right now that turns out to be somewhat of a problem. I can't do Ctrl+C. Let me open a new terminal window, and that doesn't work either. Another option is of course the serial connection. That fortunately does work. And everything works except the software, so I have to terminate the software for now. And then just restart it, and that's it. So the software was hung up somehow, and now you can see that it works again, and I squeeze it a bit, although and let me squeeze it here as well. Well, now it has full contact because the ground rod has slipped aside of the ground rail. I'm just squeezing it a bit, and you can see that the propeller runs at full speed, but still doesn't work. Let me squeeze from both ends. That really doesn't work. Nope. So well, this means that it is unstable, but not connect. It does connect, as you can see, to the ground rail, but it is fully aside with maximum contact surface. But that's not the point. I need it to go forward or go backward. And even now, pushing very mildly, it doesn't do a thing. Which is riddling me, because the question is, why the sparks? Why does the squeeze influence the speed of the propeller or the motor? Makes no sense at all. It does it here, it does it halfway, and it does it here. So it's not depending on the location of the track. It apparently depends on a squeeze or so. I don't know.
anyway, whatever be the reason of the increasing speed in combination with the propeller or motor speed up, it is a strange thing. And can I show you really what happens? Well, maybe. This is like full contact but at the side, and this is full contact just when it runs, and right like this. So really just a little piece of touch is making it go full speed, and that does not make sense. Also the sparks. Why the sparks? I hope you could see them, but anyway, strange. Do I have to reduce the weight? Possibly. What else? Do I have to make a reconstruction which is really determined by the angle that let's see if I can do that. Oh, this is a nice one. As soon as I have put it a little bit further out to make it an angle, to make it a very small contact, as I cause with squeeze, the speed continues, the speed increases. Makes no sense to me, but it does. So maybe if I push it forward you can see it clearly on screen. Even closer. So right now, can you see it on screen? I really don't know actually. Anyway, it's making not full contact, but apparently that's not needed. Apparently this is better. Okay, so be it. Thank you for watching this another experiment, finding out what the optimal contact is with between a rod and ground rail. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Please donate to keep everything going. More info on my website, where you can also find my other projects, and this is of course to be continued. So for now, bye bye.